Hi, everybody. It's Teri from the Teri Chmielewski Team. This is our third monthly local business spotlight with benefits. And today it's our pleasure to welcome Jane Flaherty. Jane is an estate planning attorney. Welcome, Jane.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. So funny story, Ben and I were on a plane to Italy, the both of us, leaving our home and our children behind, and realized we didn't have a will. And so when we got back from our 2 weeks in Italy, Jane was the first person I called, and we got the ball rolling, and she is awesome. So Jane, a couple questions. So in your mind, what's the most important benefit of estate planning?
So, most people think estate planning, oh, I don't need it, I have nothing. Estate planning has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has to do with how much kindness you want to show your loved ones. And so I think that's the most important thing about estate planning. It gives you, it's a very uncertain time always, but now even more importantly. And estate planning helps you be more certain,
Yeah.
gets you some control.
Yeah, and also it benefits your loved ones you're leaving behind, right? Everything's
Oh,
all taken care of.
greatly. I mean, when a person passes, which is normally why people think about estate planning, you want your loved ones to grieve. You don't want them looking around the house. Did they have insurance? What did they want? How did they want to be buried? Whose bank account is this? There's a mortgage on the house. You don't want them doing that. You want it set up. You want a plan there so they have a path and direction to follow while they're busy grieving.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I know we work with Jane. We have a binder with all of our information, and everyone that needs it has a copy. I mean, it's really amazing. So,
Mhm.
Jane, what other services do you offer besides estate planning?
Well, I only do estate planning, but in estate planning, the large
Mhm.
area of estate planning. So it is wills and healthcare powers and financial powers. And the most important part to me is the titling of assets. I review with people how each asset is titled because most people don't realize. Everyone says, oh, I need a will. And once their will is done, they think things are fine. But you can be so much kinder and more in control. By looking at how every asset is titled, you can know exactly where it goes and who will get it without going through probate, without having to worry about it. So I spend a lot of time counseling people on how assets are handled. Also, speaking of that, if it's not titled properly, it goes through probate, and I do a great deal of probate administration.
Yeah, great. Jane's really good at the details and things you never even thought of or never thought you needed. So my next question I'm asking everyone right now is, so what has COVID, um,
Mm.
how has COVID affected your business? How has it affected your clients? Um,
Hmm. Yeah, that's a great question. There's
Thank you.
many. Now that we're what, 7 months in or 8 months in,
Say yes.
there's so many more ways it's affected me. But number one, I did not realize how good COVID would be for business. Unfortunately, people are they're worried someone will get sick and be in the hospital and you can't go visit them. So they need to have the legal authority to be able to talk to the doctors and find out what's going on. So I've had many people, especially first responders, and now through September, teachers wanting healthcare powers and students going back to school wanting healthcare powers. So that's been gigantic. And then how do I meet with them, right? We can't meet in person. So I no longer have my office downtown. I'm working out of my house like everyone else.
Yeah, like everyone
I'm,
else.
I'm using technology, which was not a thing I did. I was a very good in-person person, but now I'm learning this technology. But I've spent most of October getting my garage redone with a new door because I'm going to see clients in my garage.
Perfect.
And that everything has been redone there. We even have a heater being put in, windows, lots of ventilation, all the PPE you could ask for. And so the methodology of working has changed greatly because of COVID. But the part that oddly, you're an estate planner, you deal with people being sick and dying, and most people don't want to talk about it. But what has been a plus for me is I don't have to get over that hurdle. Most people think they're not going to die and they're not going to get sick. Well, I don't have to get over that hurdle now. People are sending me emails. Remember us? we talked
Right.
3 years ago about an estate plan. Can we do that now? And so I like that my clients want to participate more willingly with me on it
Yeah.
rather than a terrible thing they have to do.
That's one of the silver linings of this whole situation is people are getting their lives in order, in so
Yeah.
many different ways, and this is one other aspect. So this is local business spotlight with benefit. So Jane, tell us, what benefit are you offering friends of the Teri Chmielewski team?
Well, Terry, any friend of you and your team, I
Thank you.
would be delighted to call them, have them give me a call or Zoom if you want, a free half-hour consultation, answer some questions for you, especially, and this has begun during COVID as well. If I can just relieve your mind about one or two things, I'm very happy to do it. Contact me and we can do a basic chat and hopefully it makes you feel better.
That's an amazing that's really an amazing offer. So Jane, what's your phone number? How do they reach you?
Sure. My number is a talk or text number, 440-628-1440. 440-628-1440.
Well, Jane, we really appreciate you being with us today. It's always a pleasure. And I just can't recommend Jane highly enough for these types of needs that you have. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
Well, Terry, I wanted to say thank you. I love interacting with you. You lift me up. You have great energy. And the clients I've sent to you, I appreciate how well you take care of them. So
Oh,
thank you so much for that as well.
thank you very much.